It is time to speak with Haley Wooden from Business in Vancouver about a couple of big business stories this morning. Good morning, Haley.
Good morning, Randine.
Let's start with the CRTC issuing its annual communications monitoring report. What did it find?
Interestingly, it found that more and more Canadians are opting to cut the cord when it comes to cable and television. 158,000 of us made that move last year, and it's having a bit of an impact. Overall, in broadcasting, revenue fell about 1.6% to $17.9 billion year over year for last year, and in television, revenue fell 3.4%. Now, advertising revenue dropping, that's having a bit of an impact, but so are our changing habits when it comes to consuming television. And that's particularly true amongst younger generations. So those aged between 12 and 17 consumed 5.5% less traditional television last year than the year before. Millennials, that number dropped by 4.4%. Interestingly, though, what really stands out to me is that it's not that we're watching less content. We're actually consuming more and more content. We're just opting to go to online or on-demand services.
Very interesting, Haley. Yes, that is a problem we are all aware of here in TV world. All right, let's talk about Airbnb now. They like to do this with several cities. They've done it with Vancouver. They wrote a report on the city of Toronto and how their company is having such a small impact on housing in that city.
Yes, and I imagine that if there were a city where Airbnb was having a big impact, they probably wouldn't opt to produce a report and make it available to everyone. So ultimately here, what we're seeing is that there's around 9,500 Airbnb units available in Toronto, but only 8% of them are active enough to really financially outcompete having a longer term tenant in the unit. So Airbnb trying to bust that myth that many people opt for the more lucrative route of putting their unit on Airbnb. It's actually not that more lucrative for the majority of units, according to the company. Now, they're also saying that of those active units, 760 of them or so, if they were all put out onto the market and remained vacant, no one wanted to occupy them, it would have a marginal impact on the vacancy rate in the city. That's currently at about 1.6%. And if all those units flooded the market and remained vacant, it would only boost the vacancy rate to 1.76%. Later today, the Toronto Mayor's Executive Committee expected to sort of debate this report and the true impacts Airbnb is having on the city there.
All right, Haley Wooden, thank you so much this morning.